Hello and welcome to my channel, Kelly Legends Media. Okay, it's going to be a real short reaction video to Blue Devil's video regarding what he thought about some of the things I said on my last video about Lefty gunplay and his paperwork and the different videos put out on YouTube regarding that issue. First of all, if you notice, the title of my video was Level 4 Stories, Cap or Truth with a question mark. Okay. So I put a question mark in there because it's still a question, you know? And right on top of the thumbnail, it says the truth always catches up. So I'm thinking that eventually whatever the truth is going to catch up to what's being said and what's being talked about. Now, down towards the end of Blue Devil's video, he mentioned that YouTube isn't real, you know, that it's fake. And that somebody even told him one time that, you know, you got to be fake, you know, so you couldn't do good in the fake YouTube world, you know. If it ever gets to the point where I got to do that, I won't continue to speak on YouTube. Now, when I react to a certain video, I'm reacting to the content, whatever it is, real, fake, a lie, the truth, whatever it is. I'm reacting to the content being put out by whatever video I'm talking about or reacting to. Okay? So, with that being said and everything, I just want to say that I don't know where Lefty Gunplay did his time at. Okay? I've heard from some people that seen him in different yards that he mentioned, you know. He may have hit those yards. I have no idea. Now, I mentioned the Vlad TV video that Lefty did where he said he picked up a shooting into a dwelling at a house party, shooting into a house party, okay? And that his father got him a lawyer, and the lawyer got him 13 years or something to that effect. And it was because his father got him the lawyer, he was able to get that amount of time, you know? Because just the next felon with a gun will get you a good 8 to 10, you know? Easy. 8 to 10 years, you know, if you have a record. The reason why I say that I think that's cap is simply because the years don't add up, you know. For one thing, he's a very young man, and according to the paperwork that both guys produced, there was no time for him to do that amount of years. Okay, the shooting arrest was dated 2023. Now, did he go back in a violation and that's why that popped up? No, that doesn't come out on your paperwork. When you order paperwork through the LA County website, it does not show probation charges. It shows your charges, what you were charged and convicted for, you know, or arrested for, detained, you know. It's not going to tell you they're not going to put a probation report with the overriding case indicated there. And if they even did that on probation paperwork, it would still be listed somewhere when that crime was committed. The time that crime was committed would be listed somewhere on that record. Okay? They give you a chronological record of your arrest. So all indications is it couldn't have happened. All indications. Okay. Now, could I be wrong? I could be, but that's my opinion based on my experience Even looking up my own paperwork and going through my own paperwork on the LA County website, I would have to say that if he did get charged for it, arrested for it, he didn't get charged for it, and it never got convicted for it because it never appeared. Okay. Yeah, I did say I would rely on Rascal's paperwork 110% more than Kenny Thunderbird's paperwork. I don't know if any of you know who Kenny Thunderbird is, but the guy was a wreck every time I seen him. He was either high, crashing out, or going at it with somebody. Lefty being one of them somebodies, And yes, Rascal's from up north. Is he a norteño? No, he's not. Okay? He doesn't claim to be a norteño. He claims to be a dad, a family man, and someone that went to prison, did time, and was doing something, and realized it wasn't for him when he came home. He never dropped in. He was never that guy. So he's not a dropout. And all indications he never PC'd up. Okay, he's from up north though, and he was once affiliated with that Ramfla, People grow up and change, and even if, regardless of anything, he got the paperwork the same place where I would go to get paperwork if I wanted paperwork. I would not call somebody's neighborhood to ask for paperwork. Who am I to do that? I wouldn't do it. There was a lot of things said in the comment section from guys from that area. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I don't believe anything 110%. Not even 100%. Unless I experienced it myself or was involved with it in some way and could speak on it on that level. Did I say 110% that I think the paperwork Rascal had was accurate and it wasn't a trick and he wasn't trying to just ditch the stuff? I never said anything like that. I said I believe his paperwork 110% over Kenny Thunderbird's paperwork. And I stand on that, Would I go and look up the paperwork? No, I won't. And the reason why is because I was reacting to these videos that were put out, this information that was put out on social media. The same information Blue Devil was addressing, in his video. Now, of course, if some rapper or somebody in the mix throwing shit at Lefty, I would take it. I wouldn't even take it with a grain of salt. I couldn't receive that because I know lefties talk shit about them and lefties got beef with them that way, and they're gonna try to put Lefty down. And I was watching Rascal on a live and I seen all the guys from up north, shooting at Lefty, the hate's real. I don't have no pedo with people from up north, If I get busted, it'd be the same thing. There's nothing happening. If I get disrespected or I'm with somebody that gets disrespected, that's a different story, I don't have time for that whole pedo, you know what I mean? I'm doing something else, you know what I mean? I ain't prejudiced against Rascal that way, man. He showed me a little bit more than just that he was from up north and was involved with something at one time, I've been watching him for a while, especially when he does his videos with paperwork, because of the type of paperwork that the guy gets and the way he breaks it down and stuff. The guy knows about courts proceedings. Uh, he knows a lot of things about information gathering and presenting. Okay, it's his job, you know. Anyways, I don't think that's a big issue. If I were to go and print out that paperwork from that same website, it would be the same paperwork. I'm not going to waste my time. I was reacting to these videos. I was reacting to the information given on YouTube. Now, I don't know if Lefty's been to the places where he's been. He says he's been. You know, I don't know. 110% no, I don't know. I have no clue. Okay. It's just hard for me to imagine him doing 13 years at any time, because if they were even, I can't. All indications show that it just never happened. Was he with the business? I imagine so. He had a gang of possessions, you know, of one of them things, a few of them, you know. So I don't know what Lefty's done in his career, what kind of things he's done out in the streets and stuff. But I do know this: when you get arrested for something and you go to prison, you got to go to a reception center first. And it takes at least, what, 2 months, 3 months to leave reception and go to the whatever prison you're going to go do your time at. Okay? So let's be conservative. Let's say 2 months to get out of reception. Okay? And then you don't do the whole 2 years. Whatever your percentage is, that's how much of the 2 years you're going to do. Could Lefty have picked up all those times in the back? Sure, he could have, even from level 2 yards. If he hit the ground running, and you know, quickly got in the mix and put in work and kept on putting in work like he says he did, yeah, he could end up in different places like Corcoran, even move up to a 4 yard. You know, it's very possible. I've heard from more than 1 or 2 people that they've seen him at 2 of the prisons he mentioned. Okay? But, you know, nevertheless, I don't know what to believe and what not to believe now when Lefty says something. That's just the way it is. That's my opinion. That's the way I feel. You guys can feel differently. Blue Devil could feel differently about it. My video, there he is, man. I told you. I think he fell out of that orange tree right now. Anyways, like I was trying to say, yeah, the paleta man threw me all off, or the elote man, or whatever he's selling. Just jacked up my whole get down right here. Anyways, bottom line is I can't buy into the 13 years for the shooting. I just can't, you know. And you know what? The most important thing from this video to take away is that it doesn't matter. It's not important. You know what I'm saying? It was just a reaction to video and information that the internet had out there. And I was asked to react to it. Just like Blue Devil says he was asked to react to my video. Just like Blue Devil reacted to Rascal's video and Kenny Thunderbird's paperwork. You know, it's YouTube. You know. You know, I had said Lefty Gunplay wouldn't react to any of this mess that's going on about him. And the reason why I said he wouldn't was just a simple fact. He's worried about his career, making money, doing shows, and getting that bag. All right. I don't want to take anything away from Lefty Gunplay, because he's doing the damn thing. You know. And I want to see any youngster from the streets turn their life around, man, and succeed, including Lefty Gunplay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of Lefty Gunplay's haters. You know, I just mentioned that I have trouble believing. I don't believe that he picked up the shooting and got convicted and was sentenced to 13 years, and that's how he hit all these yards. You know, I just, there's just not enough time. You know, in the time that he's been alive and gone to prison and, you know, picked up these other cases. How could he have been doing a 13-year stretch while picking up cases out in the street at the same time? The times don't add up, you know. It just doesn't, you know. But that doesn't take anything away from Lefty Gunplay. It really doesn't. The only thing is, it makes it hard for me to believe his stories, you know. It's just, I don't know what's true and what's kept, what's for the camera, you know, what's for the character Lefty Gunplay. You know what I'm saying? All that shit in the comment section, I don't know if it's true. You know, a lot said on there. You know, would I go to his barrio and ask his homeboys about him? No, I wouldn't do that. I was reacting to videos, man. I could give a rat's ass if he lied or told the truth, or you know, he's what he says he is, or he isn't, you know. So a reaction video, and I'm sure he won't respond. Why would he? He's got bigger and better things to do. I did mention that I probably would, because that's just my character still. I guess Blue Devil feels that, you know, I have a lot to learn because I have a small channel. I do have a small channel, it's true. And I do have a lot to learn. I haven't been doing this very long, a few months. Nevertheless, there's some characteristics that I just can't shake, or I'm having trouble shaking. One of them is responding to dumb shit, you know? He says that the cucarachas were going to come after me once my channel got big enough. That's just the way it is, you know. And I believe him, you know. The more people you have listening to you and watching you, the more people could either hate you or like you. You know, it goes both ways. But the day that I got to become fake or go against my own character is the day that I'll shut this channel down, regardless of its size, you know, small or big. I don't want to do that. I want to always be able to keep it real, speak from my heart, and say, and if I'm going to talk about something and talk about what I think and feel, that's what it's going to be about. What I think, what I feel, and what my opinion is. Not everybody's going to agree. Apparently, Blue Devil had some disagreements. That being said, I'm going to say this. He had a couple of hiccups, man, but for the most part, I respect the way he did his reaction, man. He kept it respectful. He made his point, you know, without a bunch of extra shit thrown out there or at me, and I appreciate that very much, you know. And so, on the same token, I'm gonna return that respect and not throw any capping or any fucking dumbass comments or anything. You know what I mean? He disagrees on some parts the way I think, or what I think is true or not true, and that's okay, you know. But like I said on the thumbnail, the truth always catches up. And whether the whole level 4 shoe, Pelican Bay shoe, and Corcoran shoe, and Wasco, and Pegadas, and all of that stuff, and 13 years for a shooting, and if it's all true, it's gonna all catch up. The truth always catches up to the lies, man. So time will tell, you know. And who knows? Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll never be revealed, you know. Don't know, don't care. But that was my reaction video then, and this is my reaction now to Blue Devil's reaction to my reaction of the reaction of all the reactions that everybody's having. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a good day. God bless you. And I'll see you on the next one.